Alright, we're going to try this again. Here we are on Winter Himmelsdorf. Mainly a tier 8 with one tier 9 each on either team. Our Object 704 is a very good player. Our Tiger 2, or second Tiger 2 apparently, is a very good player. This game was after a few pretty bad games, to be honest. Like a couple of one-shots in there. It was just kind of, I was feeling pretty dejected. And coming in here, XVM told me that we had something like a 57% chance of winning this, so I was feeling a little better about this. And as any good heavy driver does, I head straight up the hill to the castle at the top of the hill, and kind of poking around, saying hi. Now that Tiger 2 driver isn't our good, quote-unquote, good Tiger 2 driver. The one down that is currently in B5 is our quote-unquote good driver, which you'll see later on. Possibly, not really see, but anyway. As I get up to the top, I notice right away that there's an E75 pointing my way, and I'm backing away, luckily, so I take this opportunity to scoot straight across. And I decide that I'm going to go down and poke and take a look over the edge to see if I can see and possibly snipe anybody below. And I take a quick look around, and at this point I realize there's a whole train of lemmings coming right up behind me, so I back off and decide it'd be best to head up and help our Tiger driver, or Tiger 1 driver, as he and a T-29 hold that back side, front side, whatever side of the castle. That Tiger 1 driver just took a huge hit. But he's putting in his work, I guess. Not the best play, but giving her all. So I launch one into that lurver, or low, depending on where you come from and how you want to pronounce it. We have a BK 3002 that's come up from all of this as well. Unfortunately, I just bounced off the plate of that one. It was a pretty poor shot by me. I'll admit it. I should have went first track, but I kind of panic shot. But I did plant a nice one into that E75, who was very politely showing us his side. I cannot let this T-21 get past, so I take a shot at him, but only do a critical hit. Not quite sure what happened there. I possibly tracked him there, but whatever. Unfortunately, that AMX gets through, and he goes arty hunting. Not much I can do at this point. I do notice at this point that our T-32 and our IS-3 are putting in some work and distracting them on the other flank as I take it that Tiger 2. And also you'll notice that my driver died, but I didn't want to use a repair kit on him at this point because I'm not doing a whole lot of driving at this point, a lot of seesawing back and forth. Unfortunately, I didn't think that, I knew that one wasn't going to penetrate anyway, but I took the shot just in case. It takes out our Tiger 2 driver, but I take them out in return, so I think that was a fair trade. So we're not doing too bad here. It's 7-9. We've captured the hill, and look down below. It's not looking good for that Tiger 2 driver that I spoke of earlier. And I can't tell what exactly he's doing. I can only assume that he's putting in some work, and he is gonna die now. So now it's 8-11. And that poor Object 704 is all by himself, and our IS-3 and our T-32 are camping on top of the hill. I'm a little annoyed at this point, so I actually stop and type here, what the F are you guys doing? And it will come up in chat there very shortly. Don't camp. Come, I say, don't camp. Oh, don't camp up there. So they actually listen to me and they start making their way down the hill. But unfortunately, it's too late for this Object 704 driver. He has got, I think, 4 tanks on him at this point. He puts in a little bit of damage, softens him up nicely, and I appreciate it. But at that point, he dies, and he's a little upset about it. Rightfully so. So I sit here and wait for the IS-3 and the T-32 to come down and actually encourage them to work together with me, even though we're down 8 to 12. So I follow the IS-3, realizing I still, I think, at this point forgot that oh, hello, artillery. Cat scumbag. Unfortunately, I don't kill him, but I do enough damage on him. Like I was going to say, at this point, I had forgotten that my driver was dead. But it wasn't a huge deal. And they start to cap. There's 2 in the cap at this point. I'm not panicking at this point because we've got a lot of time. We still have almost 2 minutes as that T-32 does a nice job in taking out. Nope. The little AMX is popping from behind, so I return the favor as he scurries on past like the little rodent that he is. Run away, little AMX. Run away. At this point, I notice that T-34. Uh-oh, so I use the wreck of my fallen comrade. Lob a nice shot into him, and I get some lovely help from my fellow IS-3 driver. Eat a shot, which is okay, and finish him off. So, now it is 12 to 13, and things aren't looking too bad. Still puttering away, and at this shortly I realize like that IS-3 is pulling away from me really quick. I'm like, oh yeah, my driver's dead. As you can see there, I bring him back to life. And I notice the AMX coming up behind me. So I say hello. And you'll see in chat that he wasn't very happy about that. I don't know what he was expecting. But our teammate thought it was a nice little shot. So it's tied up 13 to 13. 2 in the cap. And our IS-3 resets the cap. And I go in and manage to bounce this shot. A little annoyed with that, but you know, he had an angling, so whatever. Still no sign of the T-32. And, well, there he is on 1% health. So that Object 704 did some real work on him. So I finished him off, and our IS-3 bounces, and I don't this time. And there's the win. So come from behind, we get a win for starters. But I also get... Let me pull that window up. A mastery badge, ace tanker, and a top gun. Scoring just over 3,031 damage, getting 1,386 XP. Fired 16 shots, 15 hits, and 13 penetrations. The only time I didn't penetrate, apparently, I must have penetrated on that little light tank, but the only penetrations were that last one there, and the one against the 75. So anyway, a good little game. I really enjoyed it. It was exactly what I needed to get me back on track. Have a good night.